Very good, thank you.
So I have a really question for you, or even request. Can you please explain the game? Have a situation like that. You have an opportunity to sell 100 copies of this right away. Now you must sell this game to that person who will buy 100 copies for you.
Okay.
Explain the game like that.
Okay. Well, this is Chaosmos. Chaosmos is a hidden information strategy game. So essentially, what makes this game different from other games is it looks like a regular space game, but it has some very unique mechanics. The experience of playing this game is more like a social interaction experience. A lot of deduction and deception. You are an alien sent by your race on a lone and desperate quest to recover the ovoid. So the ovoid is the seed of the new universe. The universe is collapsing, and each turn you're going to actually click this chaos clock down by 1, and when it reaches 0, the universe is going to be over, and whoever possesses the ovoid becomes the master of the new universe. What makes this game different is that when you explore planets, there's actually no deck of cards representing all the equipment. All the equipment cards and weapons and things like that you're going to find are going to be contained within these envelopes. So each envelope corresponds to each planet. So when you land on a new planet, you're going to actually take all of these cards out of the envelope. You're going to add them to your hand, but you're going to have to get down to 7 cards, your hand limit. So you're going to manage your hand, decide what to keep and what to leave behind. And then when you leave the planet, you're going to actually return it to that envelope and leave it behind. So put it back in the box. The next person to arrive at that planet is going to get access to that envelope. So your trash might be my treasure. I have to decide what combos I'm trying to form with my cards and my alien powers, and I'm trying to figure out what not to leave behind because you're going to just take it. So if I find the ovoid, it doesn't really help me, it just fills up my hand. So how do I hide it, prevent you from stealing it in combat? How do I hide it till the end of the game? Well, maybe when I hide it on a planet, I'll discard it as if it's something I don't need, but really it's something I do need, and I'll come back for it later. Maybe I'll protect it with a trap. I can secretly set a trap or a vault or something face up. So when I leave and you come back to get it, you're going to get trapped, and I'll be able to scoop it up again and escape.
And you can also bluff, you can put a trap, and then you will think like, oh, that's the ovoid.
Absolutely.
But they will come there next turn and then reveal that there's no ovoid.
Right. So it really comes down to a social experience. I'm trying to pretend like I don't know what's going on. You're trying to pretend like you don't know what's going on. And sometimes there's some really crazy strategies because sometimes you might want to lose on purpose in a combat to make everyone think you're weak. When really you hid the ovoid somewhere, everyone's going to think that I stole the ovoid from you. Really, you hid it on a planet. So by the time they sort of catch up and figure out what's going on, it's too late. You've got the ovoid. And there's even a temporal displacer card. There's a card that lets you fast forward the game up to the very last turn, so you can win early. So there's some very crazy strategies, a lot of epicness, and all the aliens, there's 10 aliens, they all have unique alien powers. So it's a very simple game, like hot potato, but layered on top of this simple game is this giant space experience.
Does it get into that snowball effect? Or in the example, right now, the first one, we don't have any information at all, or something. Maybe someone will get the card in his hand for the first turn, but still, most players don't have the information. How long does it take to get the information from other players? So how fast does it go?
So sometimes you find out immediately if you have a card that lets you look in somebody's hand. You'll see not only that they have the ovoid, but you'll see what weapons they have as well. So, but the way you avoid one player getting stronger and stronger and stronger and everybody else getting weaker is that the stronger you get, the more you play the same weapons over and over again, the more we're going to find out what you have. You're going to have the the neural infector, and I'll get the neural deflector. I'll be able to reflect that damage back at you. So if you keep playing the same strategy, I'm going to be adapting faster than you're adapting. So in the last few turns, there's going to be a flip-flop where all of a sudden I'll take power, and you'll lose power right at the end. Because no matter how strong you are throughout the game, all that matters is the last turn. Who gets the ovoid becomes the master of the new universe.
And attacking on the first turn is really important here. I see that more like staying in your own corner isn't the best choice.
Right. So if you hang out on a planet, it's true that you'll have a giant cache of supply to resupply. So you'll have your hand, you'll have more stuff on the planet. But if you just stay there and stagnate, you're not adapting. Other people will figure out what you're doing. They'll look at your hand, they'll look at your planet. They're going out exploring on all these different planets. So there's all this new stuff they're exploring every turn. You're getting more and more stuff. Exploring is one of the funnest parts of the game because it's sort of like a treasure hunt. Not only you might not find the ovoid right away, but you're going to find cool weapons, cool card combos, traps and vaults and bases and ways to kind of reach into other people's envelopes and steal their cards and things like that. So it takes a while to get rolling, and sometimes you don't even find out what's going on until the very end. But if you've prepared yourself for all the different scenarios that can happen, you'll be the guy who wins out and becomes the master of the new universe.
And how many? I see there are different aliens, and they each have different powers.
Right, there's different aliens.
How many there are?
There's 10 aliens that come in the game, and we're actually working on an expansion now to increase the play count from 2 players and 3 players and 4 players all the way up to 6.
All right.
So, but the 10 aliens, they all have their own unique powers, and players often play kind of not just thematically according to the alien, but some people play thematically according to the way their own personality is. So if you don't like combat in real life, you don't have to play combat, even if you have a combat alien. Sometimes you can almost use subterfuge, pretend like your alien is doing some really one strategy, but really that's just a front. You're actually doing something completely differently.
Yeah, doing the different layers of the...
So part of the game is, if I've played with you before, I know your strategies, not just for that alien, but for the game, and you're trying to pretend like you're not going to do that, or you're going to try to flip-flop your strategy, because the game is all about adapting. So if you collect the same, weapon types each game, I'll start to collect things that counter that. So maybe you'll stop collecting that once you realize I'm countering it, and start collecting something else, because you want me to carry useless cards while you're carrying cards that will affect me. And there's sometimes 4 players all in this sort of dance, fighting each other, and it's all psychological. It's mostly silent. We're quietly doing these silent things.
Yeah.
The best part of the game comes at the very, very end, after somebody's won and everyone else is lost, where we talk about the game, and I say, oh, remember that time I was on Pendra, and you thought I had the ovoid, but I had actually teleported it into a vault on Jagladak. And so we talk about the game, we figure out what it is that really happened, and sometimes hilarious moments happen just in those conversations as new information about the game gets revealed.
All right, and the expansion itself, we will add the players, extra players, and will it add some more of the stuff that you already have, some more aliens?
There's more aliens. There's about 25, 28 new cards.
All right.
But more importantly than all that, it adds a completely brand new system of alliances that allows you to win with a partner, and you can share powers, and you can gang up and have battles, epic battles with multiple players at once, and betrayals, all sorts of things that you like in epic games. Yeah.
That sounds cool. Right, and this is in the shops, in the retail already, everywhere.
It's in mainstream distribution, so if your local store doesn't carry it, ask them to order it, because we're in distribution now.
Great, and approximate cost of it in the retail?
Yeah, so the MSRP I think is about 62 euro. We're selling it at the con for a slight discount, about $70 US, but you'll be able to find it in various stores for various prices. But so we're looking forward to the future of this game and building an audience and seeing what the future holds.
All right, and the last question about will you Kickstarter the expansion also?
I think we're going to wait until the game is up for a reprint, because we're running out of copies now. So probably in several months, when it's time to reprint it, we'll kickstart the reprint, and we'll add the expansion as one of the things you can buy for the reprint.
Oh, great. Then I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.